Alright, so in relation to the last video that I did, I wanted to talk about how you can occupy the same space energetically as your twin and be separate people. If you are both in the same energy or at the same frequency or the same state, then you are like the same person in a way. And this is why you might have to become the same person briefly in order to get your embodiment right, like I said in the last video. But you can't stay in that place if you want to be able to be with them physically. What you have to do is polarize them, and like magnets. You have to be the opposite magnet to attract to each other. Otherwise, you're too the same to attract, if that makes sense. So, like in a purely physics sense, you're not magnetically attractive to each other if you are the same as each other, and you kind of become the same person because you can't, like I said, you can't occupy the same space and be a different person because they are you and you are them. You know what I mean? So this is why you need that. Remember in the last message I talked about the inner aspect of them being grounded into you by their higher self, and you being merged fully with your own inner caduceus state, your own inner kundalini weave. Well, the feminine, I believe, needs to have that inner masculine, that inner connection at the base, to be able to hold the vibrational state or the frequency that is necessary in order to be able to polarize the masculine. The masculine is on the ground, so you have to have that part of you within you, so that you can like hold the frequency, because otherwise there's no base. Otherwise there's nothing to sustain the high enough frequency to be able to be polarized enough to them to attract them, if that makes sense. So you have to move out of being in the same energy and be more opposite to each other once you get into that, like, I feel like it's once you get into that embodied state and you have that base container to be able to hold the high frequency spiritual essence. Once you get to that state, you have to then, as a whole being, as a whole integrated mind and spirit, mind, body, spirit, soul, you have to then sort of raise your frequency, like, not so hard to explain sometimes. I feel like I know things on an inner level, but trying to get them out in like regular language is a bit of a task sometimes. It's getting better. The more integrated that I am, it's getting easier to communicate that, but it's still a bit of a challenge sometimes. So I feel like before you're embodied, if you raise your frequency, you're going to become more disconnected to the body aspect. So what you have to do is get that spirit aligned and integrated with your body, and then ascend with your body. So raise your frequency of the spirit and the body together, which is what pulls you into enough of a polar opposite to attract the masculine. And I feel like it's the feminine usually that has to be the higher frequency aspect. It's the feminine energy that has to be the super high frequency aspect, and then the masculine is the one on the ground that's like connected to 3D, that then sort of holds your connection to the earth, or holds the feminine's connection to the earth. I think sometimes through the process of disintegration or whatever happens, through the trauma and stuff that you've experienced, the feminine ends up like on the ground, and that's not where she's supposed to be. She's supposed to be up in the air, so to speak. She's supposed to be the flame, and he is as the anchor to the ground. So yeah. So I feel like I might have more on this, but I just wanted to share that at the moment. It seemed quite connected to what I just said in the last video. And if you take nothing else away, just take away that you can occupy the same space as your twin and expect to be physically with them. If you're occupying the same energetic space, then you are the same person. Right? Have a nice day, and I'll speak to you again soon.
Can I have your cup?